All right, I've just rolled out of the bed. This is 2 nights slept on my hair, so don't even... None of this is important. What's important is nothing that I have to say to anybody, actually. But I know there's a few of you out there that, like, give a damn. Because, like, I give a damn about y'all, too. You know, I mean, to the degree that we can. I get it. I've said this before. I'm out of here. I'm not going to do this anymore. But I've come to a point now where I've, I've, I think I've woken up too late, honestly. Which is breaking the hearts of some people. I realize that. I mean, those out there that know how dire this is, the shedding, the shed off, or whatever you want to call this thing, of the people that, over half of the people in my county apparently have submitted themselves to this thing that they want to join with your body through a pointy object that they normally stick in your arm. I think there's no sense in going into a long explanation of why I just couldn't seem to get my shit together and bug out in time, what I would be considering in time. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to bug out to my property. And bugging out, for me, is going to take 3 or 4 days rather than, like, one day. My feet are very crippled up and whatnot and whatever, and I'm probably too late. I've probably been infected by the thingy, which is horrifying. I don't know. Quit drinking, possibly 5 or 6 weeks ago, and then for like 2 weeks, and then I fell off the wagon for 4 days, had some beers, and it hurt my kidneys so bad that I stopped cold turkey and haven't had a thought about drinking again. Lost 10 pounds in 3 or 4 weeks of simply water weight because my kidneys were under a great deal of strain. Achilles tendonitis kicked in so hard, I can barely make it to the car to go drive the clutch, which is terrible somewhere. I'm just in bad shape, and I thought, I gotta get out of here because I gotta get out of here. It's probably too late, like I said, but I've probably been exposed. People that, man, my husband, he goes out into the world and buys groceries and brings them back, and the facts of the matter are, he's been around all these people that have had this thing done, and my son, same. I mean, it's not that he spends tons of time out in the world, but enough that he's coming across things that other people have touched, and this fair, and then the other, because this is the real thing. Like last year was just the run of, yeah, we're just going to throw this thing out there and get everybody riled up so that we can then give you the true blah, 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 emic, you know. I'm partially, obviously, in denial. I think most of us are. In denial about what's happening. Because we can't wrap our minds around it at all. I think my brain has learned how to disassociate very well from all my past experiences, which I won't go into, the whole adoption, the whole weirdness, the whole narcissistic marriage, the whole kids and everything else, and the birth parents and everything. I'm just compartmentalized. I'm chopped up in a million pieces emotionally, and if I cry, I'm afraid that I'll never be able to stop crying. A friend of mine told me that. She lives up the road. She's been through a lot of crap, too. She said, Karen, if I let one tear out, I will never be able to stop crying. I will collapse. I will die. I will never be able to get up. I understand that feeling. As you can see, I'm holding it back now. The changes around and just everything. I can't do it. I realize how dangerous it is. I think, like I said, I think it's too late. So I'm going to pack up my things. I made a list yesterday. I'm going to pack everything I need. I'm going to go camp in my house. My husband doesn't really want me to go yet. He's like, no, I need you to have this. I need you to have this. I need you to have that. I know what he's saying. I'm going to let him accommodate me to a degree because there's a point where it's like, in my condition, I can't really rough it all the way like I could as if I was, even 10 years ago, I could have, even 5 years ago, I could have pulled it off. My body has broken down to a point where I'm just not capable of living by myself in a very rough environment. So he's going to try to get the plumbing done in the next couple days. He's going to get up and get the plumbing underneath the house so that I have water running in the house, so I don't have to, because I do have water outside of the house. Septic getting hooked up. I said, it doesn't matter. I can take a crap in a bucket behind the house. Doesn't matter to me. He says, okay. Meanwhile, he's going to be back here in this town getting contaminated. I said the whole thing is, we're probably going to go down, but I'm going to give it a Hail Mary. This is my Hail Mary. And So I got to tell my friends, which I've only been doing a couple people's hair in the whole last year, only a couple because, you know, nobody wanted to come out and whatever. So it's not like I've got a lot of people I got to bail on doing their hair or anything, like 3 people. That's not the issue, but it's just facing that last bunch of people that you have to separate from in order to save yourself and have them think, God, what a lunatic. Maybe somebody should run her to the psych ward. She's really crazy, you know, that kind of thing. Not that anybody would call anybody, not that they do anything. But it's just that devastation that these people think that you don't love them. It's painful to think you could cut them off and ride away because of some fantasy you believe in. It's not a fantasy. The fantasy is the one that we've been living in for years where we thought everything was okay. I want to just wing it and put on that old Christian smile. I used to believe that God was going to intervene for me all these different supernatural ways, and he never did, ever. So I'm starting to think, you know, he's saying run. I mean, there is no supernatural. He's not going to supernaturally protect me from what's going on around me. He gave me the understanding, enough understanding anyway, to know that I need to get away from it. I don't need to sit there and think he's going to supernaturally do something great for me because I don't feel like packing it in and rolling. I've appreciated everything that you all have done. I mean, I'm probably going to drop a video here and there, maybe. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have internet access down there. I need to break away anyway. I want to be done with the smartphone. I really don't know what's going to happen from here. I wish you all the very best. To those who have email contact with me, you know, we're cool. I'll have access to that at somehow, and you know, times and whatever. So we'll just see what happens. I mean, I'm sure my phone has network. I just want to get away from the smartphone eventually, so I'm not going to just like drop out and be gone. I mean, I'll be until I can. I don't know. I got to get rid of this thing. I don't trust it. Just thank you everybody for laughing. All that last year, that pandemic 2020 video, I mean, the playlist was just, sometimes I just watch it and laugh my ass off. And the earlier ones this year, the months that go to January 2021, February 2021, and the little minis playlists, you know, Biden and Trump, the debate and stuff. I had a lot of fun laughing about this, but it was because I was in denial and I was able to, you know, I've learned how to be in denial. So. And compartmentalize. Thank you, parents and everyone, for teaching me how to pretend I don't feel things and pretend I don't know what's going on and just become completely numb in order to survive. So I've woken up enough. I'm going to pack my shit up, y'all, and I'm going to roll. Thank you, Daphne, moms, and y'all for trying to do everything you can to do what you do, and everybody else. And you can blame this on menopause, or you can say, yeah, Karen was really nuts. It was, you know, whatever. It's okay. I got to do what I got to do. And I advise you all to do the same, if at all possible. I realize that many of us are very, very trapped in our situations, and we didn't see this coming soon enough to get where we were isolated and living on a homestead. Way late. Too late. I wish us all the best. Let's hope something supernatural comes down and just does something crazy to their plans. That's all I've got now to hope for, but I'm going to be practical at this point and hope that my husband escapes it too and that we can enjoy our little house in the woods for a while. All right.